We want to take you live out to James E. Taylor High School. This is in Katy. This is a live look from that campus. Parents, as you can see, are dropping off their students with a new policy in place. Staff must inform parents if their child wants to make changes with their identity. Joining me this morning to talk about the new policy is Kathy Hernandez. Kathy, good morning. Good
morning to you. Obviously, it was a late night for a lot of community members. Yeah. The school board finally voted at about midnight. Wow. So this was definitely a heated meeting. There were more than 100 speakers there. So this is what the Katy ISD Board of Trustees decided. Katy ISD staff must now inform parents whose children ask to be identified as transgender, change his or her name, or use different pronouns at school. Students and parents spoke with passion during last night's meeting before the vote.
I am asking you to not implement this policy so our Katy ISD educators can teach our children from their hearts, and so schools can be a safe space for all students. If that means teachers want to call a student by his or her preferred name, so be it.
But we're talking about parental consent, right? Letting parents know what's going on in their children's life. I appreciate the students that want to preserve confidentiality. I get that. But we also have responsibilities as parents to do the right thing.
Yeah, the parents build.
And after hearing from more than 100 speakers, the board voted 4-3 approving the policy. In addition to notifying the parents, the policy requires a student's pronouns match their biological gender on their birth certificate unless they have written parent consent. It also bans gender fluidity content in the classroom. Students must use bathrooms and locker rooms that correspond to their biological gender. Some board members said the district needs to put a policy in place to avoid legal challenges. Others said there was confusion over the policy and they needed to postpone the vote.
The policy is not needed. With it, we are going to make problems worse. We will find more challenges and more restrictions and consequences that we may never want to have on our hands if we enact this policy and one student is harmed.
This is consistent with how we communicate with parents on all kinds of things that deal with their student at school. So I find comfort in that. I think it makes sense. It's right in line with how we communicate with parents on what's happening at school.
And so some people say that it's a parent's right to have those responsibilities in their lives, to make decisions in their lives, but others say that it could be harmful to LGBTQ students who feel safe at school, who believe they can talk to teachers and may not have supportive families at home. And there could be depression.
That's a really good point. So with that said, anytime a student talks to their teachers about gender identity, must the teacher then go and talk to the parent?
So that was a question yesterday, and I think there was some confusion as well. Board president, he clarified and he noted as well that in that policy, it only requires a teacher to notify the parent when the student has said, call me a different name.
Okay.
Right. So if I want to go
with that.
Correct. If I am changing my name or changing my pronouns, that is when they are supposed to notify the parent. Now, if a student goes to a teacher and confides in them saying, I'm facing challenges in my life, now that's a different story, and that can stay between the teacher and the student. So it's only when the student requests a change in name or pronouns.
That's great clarity. I know this is a very heated topic for many people, and it's complicated. Yeah,
exactly. We're probably going to hear a lot more, and then they'll go through some more processes to see how exactly this will happen.
Well, thank you for breaking it down for us this morning. We do appreciate it.